Scotty, if it should turn out to be real.
There's an old saying on Earth, Mr. Sulu. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
I know this saying. It was invented in Russia.
Fool me once, fool me once, fool me once. Shame on, shame on, shame on you, shame on you, shame on you.
I know this saying. It was invented in Russia.
Fool me once, fool me once, fool me once. Shame on, shame on. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you.
Enter the Stars, and what you just saw was a clip from Star Trek 1967, an episode called Friday's Child. And what was this episode all about? This episode was about a bunch of 7 feet tall men on a planet. And you heard him say, "Fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, shame on you." The words of George Bush that we saw in I Pet Goat. Now, what does this episode from Star Trek 1967 have to do with today? What is up with these 7 feet high humanoids that we see right here? There is something to this, and I'm going to explain it to you. Friday's Child, this is the episode. And this was on 12/1/1967, and when you take 12/1 backwards, it's 1/21, the very first day, full day, of Trump as president. 1/21, January 21st, is the opposite of 12/1. Now, this goes deep because this episode was based off of Monday's Child, the name of this episode. As it states in here, based off of Monday's Child. Now, what is Monday's Child? And this is where things get very interesting. Monday's Child was a nursery rhyme, and it was some type of fortune-telling nursery rhyme in which they foreshadowed a child's disposition based on the day of the week that they were born. Now, there was some role reversals because Friday, it says here, Friday's Child was also associated with Wednesday's Child. Wednesday happened to be the day where the child is full of woe. The other days seem to be positive days that the child was born. But when you look down here, it says that Wednesday and Friday's Child were role reversals, and that Friday's Child is full of woe, just like Wednesday's Child. So I looked into the word Friday, and I found that Friday came from the etymology of fridge or Frigg, the Roman goddess Venus, and that the goddess Frigg was the wife of Odin. Odin is Wednesday. Odin's day. Woden's day. So now you understand why Wednesday and Friday are related. Friday is Frigg, the wife of Odin, who is Wednesday, Woden's day. Right here in Wikipedia, and this is why Friday's Child and Wednesday's Child are interchangeable, according to the original poem. So what does all this have to do with Trump? Well, Trump was born on a Friday, June 14th, 1946. He also became president on a Friday. And on the next day, he was 70 years old, 70 weeks and 70 days. Now you know what the 7-foot tall people of Friday's Child episode in Star Trek was all about. Trump is a very tall president. In fact, there were only 2 other presidents that were as tall or taller than him: Lyndon B. Johnson and Abraham Lincoln. He is the third tallest president. And now you know what the 7-foot people in the Star Trek episode Friday's Child means. And now you know what 121 backwards means. The first full day of his presidency. Now you know who Friday's Child is. And now you know what it means to fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Shame on you. Take care and be safe, you guys.
There's an old saying on Earth, Mr. Sulu. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
I know this saying. It was invented in Russia.